Hello, beautiful light beings. Shannon O'Flaherty here. I'm the creator of this gorgeous group, Releasing the Wounded Healer. And I just thought I'd talk about this amazing full moon tonight. It's October 24th, and this is 2018. Good. I'm really on form. Jet lag is still kicking in. And this is the Hunter's moon. And apparently it's called the Hunter's moon because it shone so brightly that hunters had better nocturnal vision to go after their prey. But there's probably other reasons. It's also the full moon in Taurus, which, if you're into astrology and all of those wonderful things, all of these different full moons seem to have different meanings. And this one is about very intense emotional energy, not just in relationships, but your relationships with everything, with your partner, with your job, with yourself. And it's really a time to step up and practice self-love, because that's the most important kind of love there is. If you can't be available for yourself and love yourself first, how can you possibly be fully available for anyone else out there? So you might be noticing some kind of weird and intense energies going on. And for me, this evening, I had a client in person, and she needed an extraction. And so we did that and went outside to burn the spirit out of the crystal, and all of that was very cool underneath this great big bright full moon, which was just rising over the rooftops when we went out. So that was really cool timing. And I work with a pendulum. I work with a beautiful amethyst pendulum that I've had since the very beginning of doing my energy work 15 years ago. And from being outside in the garden to coming in to finish doing the work with her, my pendulum disappeared. I don't know where it was. It just disappeared. I did go out and look for it in the garden. I even went through the rubbish to look for it. I looked in the bags. I made her get off the table, please. We looked for it all over the place, and it just simply disappeared. Crystals do have a way of coming and going in their own kind of time frame. And part of that is about non-attachment, I'm sure, like not being so attached to the beautiful things that you have because they've served their purpose for a while. I would like to find my pendulum, and I'm hoping that it really just wanted to hang out in the garden all night so that it could get the wonderful moonlight energy. Which brings me to kind of energizing your crystals and cleansing them. Because really, with stones and crystals, it's not a great idea to put them in normal water. If you want to cleanse your stones, ideally, you could put them in sacred water, like if there's a sacred river or lake or something like that, or in the ocean, salt water, some kind of natural running, moving water is best. And then you let them dry naturally under the moonlight, because that energizes them and gives them all of that beautiful lunar power, the feminine, the grandmother energy. So I'm hoping that my amethyst pendulum just really wanted to hang out under the moon all night, and that I'll find it again in the morning. Years ago, I had my beautiful crystal, the one that I capture entities in, completely disappear. I wonder if I can find that for you now, because this is a really beautiful thing that I'll just show you. Look at this gorgeous, gorgeous crystal. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, it's a pretty special thing. And I only use it for doing extractions. And one time I went traveling, took all of my shaman supplies with me, and then when I came home, I couldn't find my crystal anywhere. I was pretty upset because I love this crystal and it was quite an investment, one of the tools of my trade. And I made phone calls to all of the places I had been and I turned everything inside out and no crystal. And I thought, fine, I surrender. I have to let go of the crystal, obviously. And then about a week later, there it was in my bag. I had looked in that bag, turned the bag inside out, no crystal, so it came back to me. So I thought that was quite interesting. So I haven't lost hope about my pendulum yet. Hi, Stacy. Happy full moon. Hi, Charlotte. So tonight's a wonderful full moon, and what I like to do is have a full moon ceremony, which you can do by yourself or with your friends. And fire transmutes any kind of energy into light energy. And what I used to do is have a full moon gathering, which I am going to start these up again. And we would make a death arrow, which was basically a stick. And in one side of the stick, you would blow in what you want to let go of. That's personal to you. And then in the other side of the stick, you would blow in what you wanted to come to you, personal to you. So it couldn't be something like, I want some person to love me, because then you're imposing on somebody else's free will. But it has to be like, maybe you want to let go of stress and anger and worry. And maybe you want to invite in more laughter, more connection with people, a better job. And then you put that stick into the fire, and then you go up to the fire and you take the fire in to your second chakra and into your heart and into your head. So that fire energy. And then you let the fire transmute all of that energy, change it into light energy, and then let it go. And this is a wonderful time because full moons are about new beginnings and endings. And so with every ending, there's a new beginning. And it's a wonderful time to have some kind of ritual or sacred ceremony about letting go of what doesn't serve you and inviting in what does. So that's just a little bit of full moon info for you today. Oh, hello, all these people joining. Danielle, hello, and Gail. Hey, Jan. Hello, Ms. Lorraine Smith. Lovely that you've all joined me tonight. And it's probably just getting about time for full moon on the East Coast anyway, in the States. It's 11 o'clock at night here in the UK, so it's been dark for some time. But I just wanted to share a little bit of this enlightenment tonight. So I hope you have a beautiful full moon. You can go out there and sit under the moon and meditate and really think about what you want to let go of, what isn't serving you, and think about how you're going to really step up to be your best self and how you're going to invest in yourself. What do you need to do in order to change your life? Obviously, you've got to change something, otherwise you're just going to keep getting the same results. So we need to step up to ourselves. We need to take the leap of faith. And this is a great night to meditate. Ask out loud. Ask your higher powers out loud to give you insight and guidance. And I really look forward to seeing you all in the next video. I love you all so much and have a great, happy, wonderful, and enlightening full moon. Bye for now. That's not ending.